Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Homestead, where we're finally ready to crown a champ. Almost ready.
Yeah,
As alongside me once again is Stephen Paul III.
here all weekend.
Yeah. So we still have to set the starting lineup though for Sunday, and that's what we'll do first, and then we're ready to crown three champions. You see Zach Rogers, Alge Baranowskis will be on here for the front row. There's Henry Sanford starting in row 2. And Tim Randolph for this duel will start in row number 4. We'll go trackside for the command first, and then we'll let Steven speak.
Drivers, start them engines!
Oh, that's an interesting one. I've not actually heard that one before. Okay, Steven, go ahead.
It's gonna be interesting. Last year we saw a little bit of crash, but it's kind of separated, as you expect people watching up and stuff. Big factor to look out for the 6 and 7. How can they perform in this race here with the Final Four? We'll have more in-depth stats for the Cup race. But we have about 29 other drivers to do. They're racing for their seasons, last starts, or looking to improve on basing on his start for next year. So see how everybody's gonna race those two drivers. But
Well, I
it's
just
all for
I just
everybody.
realized I messed up. We're not going back. This is the attempt. Cautions are on.
Well, I guess we're gonna have caution for a one-time affair.
They'll be off for duel 2, so rest assured.
Yeah, watch there be a lot of crashes in this one.
Hopefully not. So Zach Rogers grabbing a pole here. That guarantees his starting spot. He'll be either starting first or second, depending on what his pole time is compared to the rest of the field, or compared to the pole sitting time in Duel 2. Had a lot of fun here with Homestead over the years, so we'll have to wait and see what Homestead has in store for us this time.
Oh yeah, see how it is. Kind of see maybe they separate a little bit. Second time, no, this is the first time we've run the COTs. Last time we'll be able to say that.
As the pace car pulls off, leaving the field under control of the McDonald's Dodge, and duel number 1 is green.
See how they get right here. Trying to figure out these cars. They had practice, but here comes Henry in the 7. Henry, one of his worst statistical racetracks.
I'm gonna have to try and turn that around for Sunday and hope that he can actually put.
Ironically, he probably wished we were going to Talladega based on his stats.
He probably does. Sky Commons quick to make it 2 wide for second as he goes inside of the 7. That allows Zach Rogers to break out a little bit, and they're 3 wide in the pack. That's Jonathan Zorline in the middle, 3 wide in the 88 car.
Yeah, nothing really to race for right here as he's trying to get up here.
He's the lone chaser, or sorry, he's one of the 2 non-chasers locked in, the other one being Mark George on the past champions position.
Logan York getting loose.
Yep. As Zorline in a Toyota sandwich there with Brian Hart on his outside.
Yeah, it's like, gonna have to watch off this corner. That's where we see a lot of the wrecks in all 3 series.
Gardner now in the middle, 3 wide. As it's actually going to be Samet Ozkan now that goes to the middle.
Yeah,
and side by side for the lead. Sky Commons wants the lead now.
Trying to get back-to-back dual wins for him.
Tim Randolph's battling Henry Sanford in what is going to be the first show of strength among the chasers today. Or this weekend, I should say. Also, because it's the Final Four, we are guaranteed to take the top 18. So.
Oh, there you go.
Last time by, Ethan Keiderman in that 18th spot, as now Tim Randolph takes his shot at the 19 of Zach Rogers.
They're weaving and bobbing.
Just a tad. Mostly single file up front, as now Randolph kicks Rogers up to the high side. Sanford's kicked up high as well in the 7. Brian Hart nearly came up the track into someone else at the back of the field.
Yeah, that's not good. Randolph trying to win the duel. That's a good way to start up front,
As Alexander Rose saying not so quick. He wants second spot away from that 60. Has help from fellow Chevy, Johnny Gardner.
Yeah, and there's Henry. We'll go Henry making a bold move right there. That's a dangerous spot there.
Decides to make it 3 wide with his previous eliminated chasers in the form of Isaac Flickinger and Zach Rogers.
Yep, as here he comes. See what we can do with that 01 car.
It's nice seeing that Miller Lite 2 be blue again.
Yeah.
No offense to Isaac and sad to see him be eliminated, but still. As Gardner now wants second, this is allowing Sky Comms to just break away up front.
And the two guys who won both duels last week up here won too. How about that?
Oh yeah, that is kind of funny that they managed to both be in the same duel. Ryan George, no longer eligible. Well, actually, I can't even say that. The Rookie of the Year actually already decided last week. Jeffrey White claiming the Rookie of the Year title for 2008 in that Roush Fenway number 16 car.
He's trying to come to the back bumpers. See if Ryan has had a win, but best finish of third. People look and see how they get a little loose toward the wall. You're going to see that maybe come into an issue when they get off turn 4 when the tire starts.
Also, when we get maybe like a full 42 cars out here.
As
Isaac Flickinger tries to make the move on Smed Ozkan. Tried to get back in line, but Time Pollard had filled the hole.
He's going to need some life insurance for that move, baby.
As last week's winner, Jesse Turner, now up into the top 10 in this duel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and they're getting racy back there. They're 3 wide.
Keiderman tries to go inside a Deaver. That is for the 15th position. Currently, Adam Flickinger holds the final transfer spot in the 12.
He's trying to get a little racy.
As he has Austin Plan in front of him. They're 2, almost 3 wide up here. Shelton makes the move on Henry Sanford. They are going to be 3 wide down the front stretch.
Yep, trying to side draft here. Oh, it looks like we're getting a little less wrecks than last year, which is good to see. 83 went way high.
As Time Pollard makes the move on Zach Rogers, the 7 and 19 just have not been able to get separated this entire race.
Definitely for sure his last race with this team.
For who?
Time Pollard, the 13th.
Oh. As LaPlante makes the move on the 83. There's Adam Flickinger. Back-to-back DNQs was what killed him in the Rookie of the Year battle. Trying to get some breathing room. He gets by the 83. Here comes Seth Cole trying to get his way into the race now in that 5 car.
Yeah, he's trying. Yeah, Seth has had, I think he had like a plus pretty good rating here, so it's a surprise to see him in the back. I think he finished 3rd here in season 4 when Tristan won, I believe it was. No, that was in season 3.
I think instead of rating, you meant the word he has a good record here. So it's surprised to see him back here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by ratings.
Yeah, bad word choice there.
As Henry Sanford tries to get back underneath the 21 of Jessica Shelton. That is for the 12th spot, apparently. As already had passed Deaver for 13th.
And Cole Deaver, who won a race by a whole lap this season. Nobody will top that.
Probably not. If that happened, most likely you would, no offense, rerun the race.
Yeah. Well, we had one duel with only 8 cars finished. That was hilarious.
As LaPlante, Flickinger tried to make a move, thought about a move at least on the 21, think better of it. Now it is Seth Cole transfer spot? No, it's going to be Keiderman actually, as Alja Baranowski's got kicked up to the high side and out of the top 18.
Yeah, but Baranowski's made this race in the 80 last season, so she got some good luck at this track.
Well, right now that good luck ain't doing much for her as she falls behind the 02 of Logan York. There's the 02 of Derek Hamill, who started in the final spot of this grid.
Yeah, and here comes Hamill. Yeah, he's going to get by him right there. Hamill
takes a peek at Logan York's going to get the nose in there on that 02 car. As Flickinger unable to make a move on LaPlante. Now Seth Cole takes the opportunity to try and pass the 12.
Yeah, Seth's a veteran driver. He's won here in the Truck Series in Season 3 of the 34, so he knows how to get around this place.
Well, that's going to give him some all-important breathing room over the 18th spot now. And Flickinger's going to be in danger once again, it looks like, as here comes Keiderman, and he's got Jack James right behind.
Here he comes.
So that's Keiderman going by, and that's the pass for the transfer spot right there with the 28. So now Jack James into the final transfer spot. Keiderman trying to make a move on Seth Cole, can't get it done.
As the 28 running that Fred Lorenzen beautiful throwback scheme at the wrong track.
I don't think there's ever a wrong track for it. Logan York now tries to get by Adam Flickinger. Not going to be able to get the move done before turn 1. Derek Hamill's going to follow through. York taking a peek at Jack James, but it's going to be Hamill who makes the move on the 0-2. Never mind. Can't get there.
But they're racing really close to the grass, so that's going to be interesting.
As Zachary Fitzwater kicked up to the high side by the 99 of Wilhoit. Here comes Flickinger back at the 0-0.
Okay, make that move, and he's gonna get it done. The mummy scheme looking really nice.
Gonna get the job done. Seth Cole wants a spot away from the 46. Again, can't get it done, and Keiderman's gonna take advantage. Maybe. No, he hits the apron.
Keiderman's on that yellow line.
White line, you mean?
Oh yeah. Whoops. They get the towel. There you go.
Sanford and Rogers going at it again.
Yeah, Rogers up the high.
That's for 10th.
But how do you race Henry to? Do you race him hard, or you just don't give a crap?
I think you race him a little bit harder here maybe than you would on Sunday.
Yeah.
As Ryan George trying to catch the 25. Caution flag flies for what?
Looks like it looks like my shoe went on the track finally.
I literally got no clue.
Looks like someone must have hit the button up here. It must have spilled that Coke Vanilla.
We'll have to check on this one. The caution flag flies, and
What's the caution for, Darren?
I think the pace car is going to go back to pit lane.
The pace car is on. This pace car was stolen.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, okay, there we go.
Pace car missed pit lane.
All right, well, everything seems to be somewhat right with the world. We'll go ahead and take a look back and see what happened. If nothing happened, we'll come back to the restart. And as you can tell, we're back for the restart, which does mean we had a phantom debris caution come out. We're not exactly sure where the debris was. We're hearing it might have been over in turn 2. We're hearing there was some debris found over in turn 2, but either way, leaves us with a 4-lap shootout here in duel number 1. In the transfer spot right now is Jack James as he holds the spot over Logan York, Adam Flickinger, Derek Hamill's on the outside looking in, Fitzwater, Wilhoit, Baranowskis, Nelson, Evans, Zorline, Sanford, Brian Hart, Gene Sanford and William Brock. Oh, I guess we know why the caution came out now. So with that, 4 laps to go, and we're green once again.
Why did the caution come out?
As the 25 did not go at all.
Talk about spinning your tires.
That gives the 38 a huge gap.
Yeah, deep man, he spun them tires.
Now can Ryan George try and make a move? It will be Ozcon that makes a move on his own teammate there of Alexander Rowe.
Yeah, no team more is there, and this is 60, right? Try to get a few more higher starting
3
positions.
wide in the back.
Yeah, they're going to wreck. No,
that's
not
Rob
wreck yet.
Evans, one of our truck title hopefuls in the middle, 3 wide.
Yeah, you don't want to get injured running this, doing where you're 49
makes
in the
it
cup
3
points.
wide on Sanford and Hamill.
Yep. Oh, man. Oh, Gene, what are you doing?
Oh, that was close.
Don't
Zorline's
take out
back here. Fitzwater's got damage to the door. Never mind. That was just the way the scheme looks. Never mind. As Jack James on the outside, he's lost a spot to Logan York. York's now in the top 18. He's going to pass Shelton. 2 laps to go. Actually, 1.5 laps to go now. It is still Sky Commons up front. Here's the battle for the transfer spot. Shelton has it. Who's going to try and get it? Here comes Jack James back at the 21.
It might be Jack's going to do all he can. He's trying to avoid the side draft.
White flag is out. 28 loses some ground off turn 1. Shelton can't get to the bottom. Trying to peek underneath last week's winner, the 41. Here comes Jack James.
Oh, if we
He's going to bring Wilhoit with him.
Oh, man, if there's not a crash, it'll be a miracle.
Jesse Turner's in danger. Here comes the 28.
Oh boy, he's forcing the issue.
Jesse Turner, his only way into the race is the race's way in. He'll do so as Sky Commons wins the race.
Oh.
And at the line, it goes to the 28 by inches.
Wow, 7 1,000.
That's 8.
Oh.
8 1,000ths of a second. Jack James gets the final transfer spot over the 21 of Jessica Shelton.
God, talk about close, man. Oof.
And so racing their way in through Duel 1 are Sky Commons, Johnny Gardner, Ryan George, Samet Ozkan, Alexander Rowe, Isaac Flickinger, Raphael Leduc, Time Pollard, Tim Randolph, Henry Sanford, Zach Rogers, Cole Deaver, Austin LaPlante. I didn't almost say anything else. Seth Cole, Ethan Keideman, Logan York, Jesse Turner, and Jack James.
And it looks like Baranowskis, Nelson, Gene 26. That's a shock for Gene.
Well,
Brett and
Charles Sanford's definitely going to be a DNQ. Hart is definitely a DNQ. Rob Evans will have to focus on the trucks.
Yeah, try to rebound from this disappointment.
So he's going to be a DNQ. We'll have to figure out some of the other ones. But we won't bore you with that one, as we'll do that off camera. And we'll be back for Duel number 2. And we are back here at Homestead for Duel 2, and it will be Brett Moma and Jeffrey White, a pair of rookies on the front row, and Jeffrey White with a lap time of 27.772 grabs the final pole of the year, his first of the season, making him Bud Shootout eligible for next season.
There you go.
The 29th different driver to run this season to be eligible for the Bud Shootout next year. We'll go trackside for the command, though, for Duel 2.
Drivers, start your engines.
Giving a look at the other cars as we get ready to have them roll off the grid. The final 4 drivers in this duel, Chris Wilson and Mary Shelley. Get a look at the rest of the scheme. So, Steven, based on what we saw in Duel 1, what are you expecting here in Duel 2, now that we at least will not have any phantom cautions?
Probably not going to seem like we have the drivers of these new cars can't get as close when the tires slide, so that'd be good. But like I mentioned, 08 and the 7, the two best, anyways, the 08 or the 08 and the 22, sorry, in this duel. See how they raced it themselves. And you know, one last shot to make the field. You got to make it all count here. And you usually, since Duel 1 was calm, this will be crazy.
Yeah, true. Especially now that we also don't have the caution to help bunch the field back up.
And here's an interesting, the 16, who won in season 1? Devin Smith in the 16, the only non-Dodge to win at Homestead. So maybe that's a good omen for Jeffrey White.
Well, yeah, but also the 16 that year, you have to remember, won Daytona and then won Homestead.
That's true.
Of all the ways to, that was like the 2 best ways to have the season go, basically. You start the year off with a win, you end the year off with a win. Just nothing in between them.
Yeah, here we go.
As the pace car is off, and we are green for Duel 2.
16 car trying to come. The 96 has been on a good roll of races lately as he's trying to get a hit and clear.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he can. Well, he's going to get. Well, he almost got down in front of William Flickinger in the 77. Not going to be able to quite get there as they come off turn 2. Marcus Ambrose already on the top 3 wide, as here comes Dylan Young, one of the favorites in the garage area this week. At least in terms of non-championship drivers who could maybe get the win.
Yeah, he's done great here. And in the truck series, this is one of Dylan's best racetracks. He's like the Tyler Reddick of this series.
Sam Young in the middle, 3 wide in that 34 car. Brand new scheme for them to end the year.
Yeah, beautiful car finally coming out.
As now the 82's in the middle, 3 wide. Well, it was. Brett Moma gets out of that. Doesn't want to wreck the car, basically. As top 3 are single file. Delan Ebrahimian now in the 1, trying to go to the bottom. Thinks better of it, as Louvier still continues to attack Steve Pollard in the 82.
And there's the 43, the Cinnamon car. 3 wide.
On Jack in the middle. That's Chris Wilson right behind it. He's following his teammate up through, it looks like, or at least going to try to.
And nice into by.
Beauty of having teammates in your duel, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. In 27's got nothing to lose for, so.
Well, as long as he doesn't take out his teammate, he's fine. As Brett Moma's still stuck up on the outside. On Jack clears now. And Halleck's done his job for Wilson. Now going to have to try and defend at least a little bit into turn 3.
Ooh, 10-car pushed Wilson into there just a little bit.
Kenny Moma, that's another guy who's been on a nice stretch of races the last few weeks.
Oh, 31.
Oh! Duncan nearly got into the 96.
Yeah, that would have not been good right there. That would have been a tremendous wreck.
The 08 has actually fallen back to 29th.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. I don't think it played long enough to have to worry about anything. As Steve Pollard now trying to attack the 24 of Dylan Young. This is the battle for second, as it is going to be Dylan Young who wins the battle off turn 4.
Yeah, here comes the 82. Yeah, Steve has a good streak here. I think he actually, well, there'll be some news about what he did in season 1 here eventually. It's 43 car.
Well, I don't know if it would have been here, but... Oh,
God.
Louvier almost got squeezed by Ebrahimian. Onjack's going to try and take advantage of it in the 07 car. As Wilson under attack now from Brett Moma in the 96. 78's in the middle, 3 wide. And now Jack Halleck passes the 77 for the 7th spot. Wilson looking like he's going to be able to pick up a solid starting spot by just following his teammate up through the field.
Yeah, 07 up the hill a little bit.
No issues right. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. And here comes Wilson trying to pass his teammate.
Or push his teammate up through, one or the other. But right now, the 2 Bill Davis cars have been working solidly throughout this entire race. Halleck opens the door for Wilson to follow through. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to exactly work for him in the race because they'll start on the outside row.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be. And it looks like if you get clean air, you're gone. The 16 cannot get caught.
Right now, at least, as now Dylan Young gets some breathing room over 3rd place Steve Pollard. Ebrahimian into 4th. Louvier's back to 5th. And now Chris Wilson sees his opening to try and pass his Bill Davis teammate. One time they've shared that sponsor on the 27 over the course of the year.
Last race for Bill Davis, and he'll get bought out by Gunsman next year.
That's unconfirmed. Right?
Oh, yeah.
As Brett Moma now gets by Jack Halleck. William Flickinger,
Yes,
William Duncan right there. Here comes Kenny Moma trying to pass the 26 of James Qualls. Qualls tried to throw the block, couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, Qualls who won the pole here last year. That was not a good move right there for the 26.
As Max Anderson also following through. Currently in the transfer spot is the 70 of Matt Dixon.
Who's actually missed this race 2 years in a row.
He missed it 2 years in a row. He made it last year.
No, he didn't make it last year.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's missed it the 2 times we've actually had go or go home stuff.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a wreck off the corner between teammates in 2 seconds. Yo!
Matt Duncan gets back up in line. Henry Williams tries to take a spot away from Kenny Moma and will do so. That opens the door now for the 6 of Matt Duncan as well as JT Bryant, perhaps. As Qualls now is back into that 18th spot. Here comes Jackie Tang in the 50. Has to race his way in. Actually, so does Qualls, but...
Yeah.
As Robert Pollard falls off the back of the grid. Now Duncan passes William Flickinger. That is for 10th. Anderson's going to follow through in that 87 car as well.
87's going to get a little contact right there.
Just a little bit of a side swipe. No harm, no foul. As Bryant got a little bit tight underneath the 10, had to get out of the throttle. And Anderson still fighting with the 77 will get the spot into turn number 1. Meanwhile, Dixon stuck on that outside line is going to lose a key spot to James Qualls. Here comes Amy Shelley in that 78 car as well, trying to get into the top 18.
Yeah, practice crash for the 78. That's why they're running that little change for the race right here. It's the 10 car up the hill.
As the 42 clears the 10.
About to have a battle for the lead.
Up here, Jack Halleck has now fallen outside the top 10 as Anderson passes for that 10th spot.
Yeah.
William Flickinger able to stay in line, or Halleck, I should say, able to get back in line behind or in front of the 77. As it looks like we've got a battle for the race lead. We do. Here comes Dylan Young in that 24 car. Someone finally able to do something with the race leader as now Jeffrey White under attack. Louvier gets third away from Steve Pollard.
And here comes Dylan. It just looks like it's just hard to pass with these CLT cars.
Well, Jeffrey White trying to use that top line to his advantage through 3 and 4. Dylan Young holds strong, though, and will get the move done off of turn 4. He leads the lap and clears into turn 1. Louvier also gets second. Now here comes Steve Pollard looking for third. Looks like he'll be able to do so as well as they go off into turn number 3. Jeffrey White tried to throw a block. It actually works out well for him.
Yeah, let's see. Chris Louvier's had a pretty sad season, so he's trying to get off on a high note with a dual win.
Or end the season off on a high, yeah. As Louvier couldn't quite make the move. Here comes Jeffrey White with a run on the 43. Pretty Shaw now into the transfer spot in that 01 car.
Yeah, been a dismal year for her, too. Yeah. And 16 car trying to come back here. It looks like you just, when you get that clean air, you just pull away stuff.
As Matt Duncan now tried to make a move back there. Meanwhile, William Duncan wants 8th spot away from Brett Moman, the 96. So now, go figure, you get eliminated. And now William Duncan's got a chip on his shoulder, wanting to prove that he deserved way better than what happened in the round of 8.
Yeah, had a rough round there. Ooh, 78 car. 87, I mean, sorry, going to lift a little bit.
As Anderson pushes Brett Moman down the front straightaway, but it's not going to be enough as Duncan clears for that spot, and now Anderson makes the move on the 96 for 9th. Yeah, for 9th. Meanwhile, Dixon now got by James Qualls for the 18th spot. Anderson will clear the 96 off turn number 4. As it's Amy Shelley trying to... Oh, trouble! Dixon's just blown up!
Well, that continues the streak right there, I think.
And that's going to be a DNQ for the 70 because they had to race in.
And it just ends in shambles. That's the season I go.
That is a way to end the season for the 75. Yeah. I'm not quite sure why the 75 could not avoid the 70 there, but
all the smoke, like Carl Evans in 2011.
As a catastrophic engine failure for Matt Dixon, you see the smoke there. As Matt Duncan, Henry Williams got by the 77. Now Amy Shelley will try and do the same. That engine expiring promotes James Qualls back up into the top 18. As he tries to get a gap on the 50 of Jackie Tang. Will do so, it looks like. Has some breathing room.
70 will become the 39 next year, so that's a tough break for them to go out with Haas.
Yeah, we're hearing some guy named Tony Stewart decided to help buy the team. Not quite sure what he's done.
Who the heck is sure that's not William Brock or Brock Haas Racing?
As Pretty Shaw tries to make a move on the 77 now, a William Flickinger. Meanwhile, Matt Duncan tries to pass the 27 of Jack Halleck as Halleck continues to fall backwards. now is going to lose a spot to the 18 of Henry Williams.
Yep. Halleck, that's not what Halleck needs. He really wants to make at least.
There's a lot of people that will love to see the 27 fall out.
Yeah, Halleck's only made 6 races this year, so it's been a really miserable
Well,
season.
he's made 6 starts. He's made more than 6 races. He gave up his ride in some of these.
Yeah.
As Jeffrey White was trying to get a spot away from Dylan Young. Chris Louvier, we missed it, actually took the race lead away from Dylan Young.
There goes, yeah, good job by Chris.
So this is the battle for second here with our pole sitter for Sunday in a glorified test session for Jeffrey White, but figuring out what he can and cannot do with this 16 car. As Amy Shelley tries to make a move at the back of the shot. That is what I would believe to be for 13th on the 27. Dylan Young, though, gets the high line to work for him, clears the 16. Here comes Steve Pollard now in the 82.
And Chris Louvier, you know what's funny? Look what manufacturer Chris Louvier's driving for.
Yeah, a Dodge. We had Ford win. Ironically enough, it's been Ford and Dodge dominating as the white flag is out. Here comes Matt Duncan now as Jack Halleck has fallen to 17th now. Here comes Qualls. That is to drop the 27 back to 18th. Can Jackie Tang steal a spot in the field from the 27 of Jack Halleck on the final lap? I don't think so, because Halleck gets the run through 3 and 4 and will be able to race his way into the Ford 400.
Yeah, good job for Jack Halleck. Well deserved.
Jackie Tang will go home. Kyle Matthews, I believe, well, he might be able to race. Mary Shelley did not race her way in. That is going to actually send Gene... Oh!
Well, blooper.
Whoops.
Well, that was something.
Well, we might have to include some people going to the rear of the field now.
Well, that was off-camera caught.
Was it really? I mean... so racing their way into this from Duel 2, Chris Louvier, Dylan Young, Steve Pollard, Delon Abrahamian, Peter Onjek, Chris Wilson, William Duncan, Max Anderson, Matt Duncan, Brett Moma, Henry Williams, Amy Shelley, JT Bryant, Pretty Shaw, William Flickinger, Jack Halleck, and James Qualls. And I do believe that the 08 having to go back on a provisional will send Gene Sanford to the house.
Oof, that's the first DNQ. It means almost everybody with DNQ this year.
Oh, the 47, that would be her first DNQ of the year. She's always been a spectacular qualifier in this, but just couldn't get the job done at Homestead. With that, Steven, your final thoughts?
It definitely was a good duel here. Good job by Chris Louvier keeping up the Dodge, and we actually had a pass for the lead. We had a dead... Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. Chris Louvier, good job for him. He's had... Let me see how many duel wins he's had this year so far. So
Not many.
No, he hasn't had much to talk about this season. He has no duel wins, actually, this year, so that's his first of the season. Good way to finish off. The 43 has been in shambles last since Jess and Brendan Patterson only wants to win, so... Maybe good luck. Dylan Young.
It ran well, even though it didn't go to victory lane with Gene in the car. So,
Dylan Young, second year last year. Good job for them. Jeffrey White starting up to the front. Good job for Jack Halleck. I believe this is his first race. I have to say this. I don't care about how long it was. His last race was South Boston. That's not South Boston. It was Pigs Creek. That was his last 2 races. So it's been a while since we've seen him in the field. Amy Shelley's definitely gonna have a good car and stuff, but it's gonna be interesting. How do you race those final 4 with 11 more cars? The looseness and the crashes, we'll see what happens. And
Mary Shelley behind the 8 ball. She's the only one that's gonna be back in provisional land.
And the 66. Well, hopefully you don't blow up and take out Steve Pollard. That's just the hope. So I can't wait for the truck and the other 3 races. It's gonna be interesting, but it's just. The other 39 matter, but we're going to focus on 4 mainly, and how do they race each other, and who can come up to the field.
Your math would be normally correct.
Okay, 38 other drivers.
Yeah, your math got you to 43.
Yeah.
But with that said, congrats to Chris Louvier and Sky Commons on winning their respective dual races. They will make up row 2. It's one of the few times where we've actually had the both pole sitters for the duels not win their respective duels. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, though. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. Leave a comment down below or on the Discord channel, or basically if you didn't watch the premiere chat with us, I know you guys were watching, all that good stuff. But for Stephen Pollard III, I'm Gordon Fan 291, and this has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
I see you guys. Hopefully, Robert gets a clean windshield for the D&Q race.